Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Opportunity. Our scientific mission is straightforward. Examine the space around, monitor the surface of, and perhaps lead a team into the anomaly at Sector A98. Tune in to hear John Garlick run the adventure with Jay Duguay, John Kennedy, Justin Wiggy, myself, and a host of special guests joining us at the table. Galactic adventures begin just after this music.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gaming with Scott. I am here with Joshua Jackson.
What up?
I am here with Jade DeGuay.
Aloha.
I am here with Justin Wiggy.
What up?
Dun, 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 dun. And I'm here with John Garlick.
So as you prepare to enter the dangerous cloud of butt gas,
Whoa.
Who did that,
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Danger zone.
It was him. It was him.
What color is it?
Share your pain with me.
Clearly
your
it's
pain.
green.
Show it
It's
to
like
me.
but is it?
Share it
It
with
could
me.
be like a purple.
Spock's brother. Show me your pain.
Get out of here.
Show me your pain. Share it with me.
We're getting sidetracked.
we're
Okay,
just
John,
gonna,
what do you got? You
Gotta
So
get
we're
it
just
all
going to
out.
skip out on the Star Trek V retrospective.
Okay, good.
Whatever.
All right,
My favorite
so,
line. What does God need with a starship? Go ahead.
Okay, so as last time, you guys had driven off a pair of Romulan warbirds, and you'd actually boarded one of them. I'm sorry, they weren't Romulan warbirds. They were confiscated Klingon vessels that
Yes.
were under Romulan control.
Remember how we splorked the entire... Yeah, you were. Remember how we splorked
No,
the entire bridge?
She was not here for
I
that.
wasn't here because I was at Origins.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know what's
We
going on.
splorked the entire bridge. I remember.
Okay, to bring everybody up to speed. Last session, you guys approached a large, odd astrological formation on the very edge of the WLM galaxy. It was a large blue gaseous cloud of ionized gas, which parts of it appeared to be disappearing and reappearing, fading in and out. As you approached, you found the wreckage of a Federation ship being probed by an alien vessel. The alien turned out to be reasonably friendly, identified itself as M, and said that your oh-so-dear compatriot, the somewhat evil and insane Captain Whitaker, had entered the cloud, and that there were some Klingon vessels that attacked you. They'd been confiscated by the Romulans. After a brief exchange of ship-to-ship weapon fire, the people of your crew went on there, led by Staff Sergeant Rosenstein and O'Neill, and you shot up the place, killed a bunch of dudes.
I used a knife. I was like Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah,
just
you
without
went,
finesse.
You
I
went
leave
Davy
you guys
Crockett on
alone
them.
one time?
You got to show up.
Oh, it went... yeah, it went off the rails. It was...
Oh my God, you used a knife?
Choo choo, motherfucker. Yeah.
So you have currently a single disabled Klingon bird of prey that was confiscated by the Romulans. The Romulans were running it from a control center, and it's on its bridge. There were only a very small number of them. I believe you took some prisoners. They are going to be down for the count for the time being.
And the cloaking device.
Well, and so yeah, that's a thing. But additionally, one thing that is that quickly becomes obvious was that although the ship had sustained casualties, also the Romulan crew contingent was too small to crew a vessel of this size. They were using some kind of mechanized assist to pilot and operate the ship. An extensive system of relays and knickknacks, led by where there's a computer core on the bridge that is running the whole show. And you guys had successfully taken the prisoners. They are with Dr. Thebes.
Were there a bunch of those little green
Green tabs on stuff.
on the computers?
Yes.
Oh, those scummy Romulans.
Yep. The little green computer
Interface
crystals
Oh.
had been installed throughout the ship, and it seems that they were being operated by a large green spherical computer system hooked up to all of this nonsense that was on the bridge. It was tucked away in a corner.
Okay. So we're taking prisoners back?
Yes, the
To the
prisoners.
Opportunity?
The prisoners have been beamed back over to the Opportunity. The ones that survived. I'll have to check my notes to see how many there were. There was a handful. You didn't
2 or 3?
slake all of your bloodthirst.
Yeah, we didn't face murder everybody.
Oh, here we go.
Tried to.
Romulan prisoners, total of 5.
Oh,
Jeez.
that's too many.
We're good. We're good. We can get some intel.
Just stab a few in the airlock on the way back over.
You know, or whatever, the restroom.
No, we
it's
don't
all
do
right.
that.
Yeah, you're not going to torture your prisoners.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
5 lights. 5 lights.
You have become what you hate. You are. You have Cardassians on the brain.
Fake. Okay.
Okay.
This is when we get
Well,
sidetracked.
so yeah, everything got really dark all of a sudden.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll lighten it up. I've always wanted a bird of prey for myself.
Yeah.
So,
But
throw that out there.
there you go. This however, this vessel is disabled. Its nacelles have kind of been blown off.
Dream
and isn't going to
ruined.
move at all.
The car's on cement blocks. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ain't got
Yeah,
no
the
wheels.
cells are missing. It's just up on blocks.
Oh.
Right there in space.
We need an engineer over there. We need that cloaking device. Damn it. Let's do this.
Alrighty. So how are we picking this up?
All right. So the first thing that you that happens after the ship is secured, the name of this commandeered vessel is the Nakot.
I was thinking nutsack. I'm sorry.
So we can tell where he's at.
You can't take Jackson
The
anywhere.
IKS Nutsack.
I'm sorry. I was just.
Nutsock!
What's going on?
Nakot. Not even this. It just starts with an N. How
The
do you
C
even...
is silent, you Philistine.
Oh,
I'm in a
boy.
mood. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'll
I-
stop.
Yeah,
I'm in
okay.
timeout.
The IKS Nakot. You are infants. Has been secured.
Pretty
And
much.
It isn't moving anywhere. You've got it in a tractor beam, so it doesn't like spin out of control into nowhere.
Isn't that marriage?
The
Get out of here.
and so you send a few guys over, led by Ensign Lefty, the
Turtle guy?
turtle guy.
What explanation for my character? Wait,
You were doing science stuff.
Okay.
You were busy.
Yeah, you
I'm
were off.
sciencing.
You were doing
Yeah.
whatever.
I was using my
beauty.
decoder ring.
Yeah. The beauty of having a crew, an ensemble, is that somebody can be off
I don't know. I was just wondering. what-
watching the blinky light.
You were in the astrometrics lab.
Yeah, you were doing your thing, trying to calculate difficult math.
Yeah.
I was mathing and
Yeah, it's
sciencing.
all good.
I was looking up how to exotectonic a planet.
Shoot it so that it explodes.
Yeah.
Trying to crack communications. Want to crack it.
Hand to hand.
Nice.
Crack.
Okay.
Crack it.
So when Meanwhile, back on the bridge, Ensign Kelsa, she's a Bajoran with sort of a mischievous streak. She's the ensign that you got to fill in for O'Neill when he was having his arms and legs put back on. She says, "Sir, I'm getting a distress signal from the cloud. It's Federation."
Who do we currently have on the ship still?
At the moment, you have basically you have everybody but a small repair crew on the vessel.
Let's put a station keeping force on the vessel.
Okay.
See if they can get enough repairs to bring impulse engines back online. I mean, I know it's not going to warp anywhere, but if we could move it of its own accord, that would be nice. Please, what's the distress signal?
It is the transponder code of an escape pod, sir.
O'Neill to run about.
There's a small bleepy noise.
Yeah.
It says, "I'm getting many escape pods, sir."
Oh, crap. Okay. O'Neill,
Yes, sir.
I want you to grab Renan, get in a shuttle, and I want you to get to the nearest escape pod. I want viability for bringing the ship in. I'm not going to just charge a ship into that potential cloud that I don't want us all to have to find escape pods today.
Will do, sir. I think.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Renan and O'Neill head down to the.
Didn't think I'd remember your name, huh?
Oh yeah.
Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum.
Renan and O'Neill head down to the runabouts, launch out the port in the back of the saucer section, and head towards the cloud. So, first of all, this is going to be rolling using your crummy little escape pods systems as a bonus. So whenever one of you makes a ship-related roll, the other one is going to be able to roll to support them with a single die using this escape pod. I'm sorry, this runabout.
Okay.
The
Then Wiggy, your guy is science officer, or what are you? Engineer?
I'm a jack of all.
he's a
Jackalope. Got it.
Jackalope.
I was just gonna say that.
he is a
Weirdo.
among other things an experienced security guy.
Okay. We need
Well, I mean spy dude.
that. All right. It's
Security guy spad.
like you're a white Garrick. Awesome.
What?
You just blew my mind.
All right.
You just man the weapons. I'll pilot the thing.
Vulcan. Was it Vulcan Garrick?
There you
Or
go.
Betazoid Garrick?
Sure. Are you a Betazoid? How many Betazoids do we have?
Betazoid Garrick.
A lot.
Yeah, all of them.
All right, the
Except for me.
shuttlecraft on page
I'm a
235.
Vulcan.
Just put
Not a
a
Vulcant.
just
Nice.
put a
So much better.
tab on that. As you approach the cloud, you are picking up at least a dozen different escape modules.
Jesus, who threw the party out here? We're gonna have a lot of time out in this cloud. Jesus.
Also, you're getting not just Federation but also Romulan. So you're okay. So Renan is manning the computer console while O'Neill flies.
Okay.
O'Neill roll 1d20 against the ship's, let's see, sensors plus con. So that's against a 9.
Okay.
And Renan is going to roll 2d20s, please.
I rolled a 1.
And you're rolling off of. Oh, okay. That counts as two successes.
Yeah, rolled a 1.
You're rolling off of your insight and security.
Are we secure?
You're scanning for dangerous things.
What are we seeing, Renan?
So
I rolled a 4 and a 5.
okay.
That's good.
Am I adding my...
Add the okay, so you take your insight and you add it to your security stat, and it's got to be under that. So that will give you 2 successes.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You have to roll low.
Yes.
You want to roll low in this game.
Well, this is the perfect dice for it. This dice is
Perfect. It's cursed.
It's cursed.
But don't say it too loud because the dice will know.
Kennedy. Kennedy
Oh, it
will,
knows. I smacked it around the other day.
Kennedy will do very well at this game.
Yes.
Do you have any applicable specialties for signal intelligence scanning things?
I've got investigation, isolinear computer systems,
Investigation is good. So,
cryptography.
what's your score in security?
4.
Okay, so your total there is going to be actually 3 successes. Your 4 will count for 2.
Nice.
Okay, so this is going to
Nice.
give you guys. This was a simple roll, so this is going to give you a total of nice chunk of 4. Taking 4 poker chips out, putting them on the table for your pool of momentum.
Nice. How much momentum do we have right now?
4.
I thought we had momentum starting out. Do we
I
not?
don't remember, so we're not going to do it.
So you
I
don't
see
get
how it is.
Yeah, that's well.
DM?
It only
I see
goes
how it
up to a
is.
maximum of 6 anyway. So whatever. Yeah, exactly. Whatever. All right.
Isn't there something for rolling a 1?
Yeah, it gives you 2 successes automatically.
It's been so long.
So
What's going on?
reading the console in front of you, you are seeing that there is some kind of big energy discharge inside the cloud. You're picking up it must be a ship's reactor going up.
Okay.
Something had a warp core breach, presumably a Federation ship based on what you're picking up, and you are detecting all of these different escape pods that are dispersing in a sphere around it. So you'll be able to calculate where this is. But the other thing that you're seeing is that the electromagnetic readings and the weird spatial anomalies in the cloud are going to make using the transporter impossible. So that is a complication I'm putting on this situation. As long as you're in the blue cloud, no transporters.
Okay. We'll use the tractor beam.
I relayed this information to the captain, so he is aware that there is some ship blew up. Obviously, the escape pod's coming out. We won't be able to beam anybody anywhere from inside. Yeah, good news.
Okay. Then what I want to do is I want to mobilize pilots to the shuttle base. I want to... How many runabouts and or shuttles do we have?
I believe a Galaxy-class ship has a pretty big complement of different
Runabouts?
Do we have pilots
runabouts.
for all of
Yeah,
them?
you have let's see, auxiliary shuttlecraft are located in 3 separate shuttle bays, including 10 Type 6 or 7 personal shuttles, 10 Type 9A cargo shuttles, and 12 Type 15, 15A, or 16 shuttle pods.
How many of those have
So-
tractor beams?
Yeah. I think
the
only the
big
first
ones.
2. Yeah, only the cargo and the original 10 per shuttle bay.
So you're looking at like 16 that would be useful for what you want to do.
Pilots to your shuttle bays. I want them tractored out of the cloud as fast as possible. We're gonna leave the opportunity out here to then beam them once they're free of the cloud. We're gonna beam people and pods on into the cargo base.
Okay. Ensign Kelsa gets up from her station. Another person takes her seat. She runs down to the
Double
to
time.
shuttle bay 2.
Quick thought. Instead of tractoring them all the way out, Is there a way that we could tractor throw them in the general direction?
Yeah,
That way
catapult.
that way we could just stay in the cloud and move them all out instead of having to drag them all out all the way back.
It looks like most of the the escape pods still have working thrusters.
Oh, could we just send an
all
general
points.
all points rally signal and say, "Hey, fly here, pods"?
Yes, you can, but this will be extremely obvious to anything else in the immediate area that you are right there. Could be ringing the dinner bell.
We should just do it and take more time.
That's
doing
that's Fukuda offers you. that insight.
Yeah, good point.
it. Hakuna Matata.
Okay, so from there, let's drag one or two of them out and see what happened. Whether they had let's drag one or two of them out, talk to the crew members that are within them, and then go from there.
All right.
All right. Perfect. So the gruesome twosome in the little crappy runabout are the closest. You're going to be able to easily nab one of these vessels as it speeds away from whatever it exploded its mothership.
Yep.
One of you roll me the D20 of fate, just to see.
I want
Just to see what kind of person you rescue.
because he's
Bum, bum,
already
bum.
tempting fate. I'm going to let Man Bun do it.
All right.
Warrior not.
No hair jokes.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Nice round in the middle.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. So you guys approach one of the shuttlecraft's sensor sweeps, picks up one where the emergency pod thrusters have been expended, and it's sort of moving just on inertia, and you come up alongside it, halt it with your tractor beam, and it is in fact a Federation escape pod.
Okay. Renan, let's start towing it back. We got a lot of work ahead of us.
Okay.
There is no comm unit in it. It just has its emergency buoy. So okay, you're picking up some chop as you leave the cloud. Give me a piloting roll. This will be control plus con, and you roll 1d20 there, Wiggy, for the ship systems.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Well, I rolled an 18. So.
Okay. Not enough for a complication. A 20 is bad.
Okay.
Something breaks. And you
Rolled
got
one.
2 20s, please. 2 d20s.
Oh, so we roll the 1 and a.
18.
Okay. All right. So that's 2 successes.
Okay.
That's another
Momentum.
momentum. Bringing your pool up to 5. You have a
Yeah.
maximum of 6.
Start
Okay.
spending.
Turn weather to O'Neill.
Yes, Captain.
What are the markings on the pod?
It is Federation, sir.
That's not what I asked.
Oh, it seems to be from a
What'd you ask?
from a science vessel. It based on the code, the name of the ship was the Redfield.
Seems like this pod came from a science vessel, Federation, and it was called Redfield, sir.
Okay, so the USS Redfield, not the. Now the name just fell out of my head.
Not the
Fahrenheit.
The Fahrenheit.
Correct.
Okay. Alrighty, bring them home.
Will do.
Okay.
So yeah, let's just slingshot them all.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah. Can we try to do that with the tractor beam? Inertia. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, it would take longer. You're able to move at impulse power.
Oh, okay.
Any more than that, and you risk overpowering the weak inertial dampener that stops the people inside the pod getting crushed.
And scrambling the delicate little eggs that we are trying to save.
Pretty much. Okay. Then we'll just start towing them out one by one.
All right. You're okay. So meanwhile, over the course of the next several minutes, the other vessels scatter from the opportunity, begin collecting these guys. The ones that are able to steer themselves. Some of them have seen people visually, but they don't have much in the way of sensors on their escape pods. So,
Okay.
these the first one that you bring back, you tow it into the bay, into Shuttle Bay 1, and there's a pop and a hiss as the escape pod's latch pops out.
Alrighty. I'm going to meet them in, did you say Shuttle Bay 2?
Shuttle Bay 1.
Shuttle Bay 1, I'm sorry. I meet them in Shuttle Bay 1. Who rolls out of the escape pod?
First person you see, it is a Starfleet officer. He is wearing Science Division blue. And he is very bloodied. He's covered in blood. He is a human.
Okay.
And it looks like he has been clobbered on the head. There is another guy with him in the pod, also in Science Division blue, who is a Tellarite. One of the little pigmen.
Yeah.
Dr. Chief Medical Officer Thebes, ready medical teams to each of the cargo bays, please.
He's busy doing that while Kennedy is
sure
not
he is.
here today.
I'm sure he is.
And so the person that you have right there with you is Nurse Remington.
All right. Nurse Remington, check his wounds, please. And I go to the Tellarite.
Okay. The Tellarite looks like he's also been injured, but is not as bad off as the human.
What's the rank of the Tellarite?
The Tellarite says that he is an ensign.
Ensign? What happened to your ship?
Says we were accompanying the Fahrenheit, sir. I was on the Redfield. There was some kind of spatial anomaly, and half of our ship disappeared.
Okay. Do you know if you sustained a warp core breach or did you eject your core?
He says, I didn't hear any kind of announcement to that effect. We had a hull breach because of the ship being torn in half. I don't know, but there was another explosion that we felt the impact of, but that wasn't our ship.
Okay.
He says his name is Ensign Torred.
Okay.
The other guy is let's see, Lieutenant Sue. Boy named Sue. Anyway, no.
Commander Tassas,
Yes, Captain.
can you give me long-range scans and tell me if there's any other enemies out there before I ring the chow bell?
Give me a 2d20 roll. You're going to be assisted by the captain is going to roll for the ship. Roll, let's see, sensors plus science. And
We're going to spend some momentum here.
And for Tassas, you're going to be rolling insight plus science.
Science is 5. Insight is 9.
So 2d20 rolls, please.
18.
Oh yeah. You also, before we announce
4.
anything else, okay? So that's a success.
I got a 2.
A 2. That is another success right there.
Yay.
Yeah.
Before I announce the result, is there anything you would like to do to spend? Normally, I make people spend their momentum before they roll, but in this case,
Well, I had said I want to spend some.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, how much do you want to spend?
1.
For 1,
Just
okay.
get another die.
Roll another die.
I shall. Can I take that back?
Take what back? I didn't. Did
Is
you
it a
roll?
20?
I rolled a 20.
All right. You don't detect anything.
Oh,
Unusual.
no.
The system is working
Optimal
working
efficiency.
nominally.
Oh,
The system is
Peak.
down.
The system is perfect.
Perfect. Is it a system of the down?
No.
Is it? No, I'm not going to keep this going. Anyways.
Anyway,
Okay.
the
Great.
you conduct a thorough sweep, and it is possible that there might be something weird and unusual in there, but based on what you're seeing, you're not picking up any ships at all.
Nice.
Okay. Captain, I'm not picking up any ships at all.
Okay, then I'm gonna send in our. Then I'm gonna ring the. I'm gonna ring the chow bell. I want you to start checking that anomaly for spatial anomalies. Check the whole ion storm cloud for spatial anomalies. Specifically, we may need to take us in, and we don't want what happened to the red field to happen to us.
Okay,
Okay.
Captain.
We're going to say that scan is going to take a few minutes because this is a very large and extensive glowing blue thing. It's a big, it's much larger than the little model of your ship, which is a little wee pea-sized thing next to an enormous sofa-sized
Oh wow!
cloud of
Large.
blue glowing nonsense.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, very expensive model. Circa 1980s Star Trek movie.
Nice. Stop banging your dice on the table, Jackson. All right.
Okay.
Oh, you're a jerk. I'm gonna chuck wagon. I'm
All
gonna
right.
ring the chow bell and bring as many of the pods that are that way. The pods that start moving towards us, the folks that are in their shuttlecraft can ignore those and start tractoring people
Okay.
that have spent thrusters.
Okay, great. You let off an active comm pulse that the
Ollie,
Self-
oxen free.
the self motive escape pods immediately head towards you.
Red Rover, send death right over.
Oh, this is a rescue mission.
This
You secure that.
this very much simplifies the challenge of bringing them all in. There are only a handful that are still in the cloud that have lost have
Propulsion.
expended their thruster. They for whatever reason are still stuck in there. So actually, on further examination, there's exactly one pod left over that is very far into the cloud.
Kill it. It's a trap.
Fire
It's a trap.
phasers. Now there are none. No, we would not do that.
Photon torpedoes, full spread. Wait, what?
Wow, overkill much?
Yeah.
Oh, Neil, can you swing by? With Renan and scoop up that last pod for us?
Yes, sir.
Being our best pilot in the.
Yes, sir. I'll even use my my one remaining arm to drive
gonna
the
say,
roundabout.
tell me we don't need to give you a
Runabout.
hand. All right.
All right, I am spending
Almost-
2 threat to make something happen.
I almost called it a roundabout.
Nice.
Should have said roundabout. He might not. He might have taken mercy and not used threat if I would have done that.
So, the at this point, you see that the cloud is getting murkier, like it's a slightly darker shade of blue, a little harder to see through.
Space fog.
It's space fog.
It's totally-
Occasionally, there's lightning,
Space mist. Stephen King
space
version.
lightning.
Space Luge is totally canceled, and all other events are pending. You guys don't listen to the Space Olympics? Anyways, go ahead.
All right,
I know, non sequitur. I apologize.
I remember the Space Olympics.
So
Space Olympics are
sidetracked
incredible.
sometimes. Jesus.
Okay, all right. So,
If Patrick, if you're listening, we're trying to keep it on point. I'm not doing the best job. Moving on.
Patrick, I hate you.
We love Patrick. He said keep it on point.
Who's
Patrick.
He's a listener.
Hey, Patrick. It's nice to talk to you.
We have
Yeah.
actual
What up,
listeners.
Patrick?
yeah,
Patrick,
yeah,
get over
Patrick.
yourself.
This is what I have to work with.
This is our format.
Well, okay. So since we're here already,
We're trying to keep it on point.
you keep saying cloud. And I just keep wanting to ask you, is it Google or is it like Amazon?
For those of you that
Or
don't know,
some kind of
cloud means someone else's computer. Okay? That's all that means. Moving on. Like, I'm going to put it on the cloud. You mean someone else's computer? Thanks. Think about that the next time you're going to put your selfies in the cloud.
Actually, if you can also substitute, like, in your ass. It's
Oh,
like, I'm going to put all
whoa.
these files in my ass.
Okay,
And
that was
that
inappropriate.
will very much improve.
Make you stop.
Make
Selfie
what you
in
stop.
my ass.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry,
Selfie in my
Patrick.
ass.
Patrick, I'm sorry about that.
Yes.
I
So,
still hate
So-
you. I hate you.
there was a commercial break for the Ass Cloud storage.
Isn't that what we're flying
Ass
into?
cloud storage, more than meets.
I was thinking Plosion storage. It's kind of an ass cloud, but it's... Anyway,
Okay.
moving on.
Sorry, Patrick. This is our format.
I hope
We're trying to get better.
We're trying
Why?
to.
We're entertaining.
No, we can only go so far on our effervescent
I hope you
personality.
die of
Exactly.
licking toxic stamps. What? You don't like stamps? What's wrong with the U.S. Postal Service?
Anyway,
So the cloud is thickening. Like
the cloud is
soup.
thickening. It is dark blue and
Ooh.
roiling with mist and occasional static discharges of
Is there mist in
lightning.
space?
Well,
Yeah.
there is here.
Yeah.
Well, if someone
It
goes
is-
away
I'm gonna-
and you haven't seen them for a while,
It's
and you are
gas.
in space,
I
they
missed
are
you.
missed in space.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
I'm
working.
gonna do some scans.
Them,
All
and the gorillas.
Give me another roll with a 2d20 patented Modifius system.
And running.
If there are
7
gorillas
and
in
13.
space,
Okay,
then there can be
success.
mist in space.
No, it's gorillas in the mist.
In space.
Are there Bowies in space?
Moving
No,
on.
no,
Moving-
he's-
Okay,
He's
you
dead.
David
successfully
Bowie's in space.
you successfully have a fix on the transponder
Yes.
of the last pod.
Bowies.
You have to relay that to me.
I found it.
What'd you find?
The last transponder on the last pod.
Where is it? Give me the coordinates.
All right,
They're at bloop.
yeah, straight ahead.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
You also see that there's sort of solid mass nearby, large metal objects, maybe some space debris.
We got some stuff over here. Some
stuff
metal
things.
objects.
That's
solids.
Probably why it.
Can't see them. Can't see what they are.
We'll weave
So-
in and weave out. Bob weave, all that stuff.
Okay. As you approach, you see that the last pod is. It appears that it is stuck next to. It impacted on the side of a wreckage.
Okay.
It is a large metal hull of a ship that you can't identify.
Okay.
It's
Hello.
sort of generally it's sort of a wrinkly kind of cone shape, kind of like imagine like a conch shell. Kind of flares out at one edge and has some spiky bits on the other.
O'Neill, the captain.
Captain, go ahead.
We found the last escape pod. It is embedded in an unknown ship.
Life signs
Positive.
Positive. There are people inside.
of the pod or the ship?
The pod.
The pod.
What about the ship?
Ship is deep cold.
Deep cold.
All right, bring them all out.
All of it, or cut out the pod with phasers.
Bring the whole thing.
Okay. Can I pull it out with a tractor beam, or is it too much?
You'll have to go very slow in order to move this ship. It is much larger than the runabout.
If I use phasers to cut it out, would that be disadvantageous to the current situation and cloud
Well, I
we're
mean,
in?
you could do that, but you don't know what the ship is made of, and also it might have aliens on it that might be mad.
Captain to O'Neill.
Yes, Captain.
Whatever you do, don't cut up the other ship. Knowing your propensity for using phasers, do you need some help to shuttle that thing out? Is it...
No, sir, I think it'll just take time. We'll have to go a little slower than normal, but it should be fine. Unless you would like to send another pilot to help me tow it. That is up to you, sir.
It'll
Tow
just
it?
be,
We should
you can do
Bigfoot
it. It'll just be slow.
Okay.
Okay.
We can do it, sir.
Alrighty.
Okay.
All right. Tractor beam.
Okay. Tractor beam away. You. The
sail
ship is
away.
entirely
Come
unpowered.
sail
It is not
Please
being.
don't.
Sail away with me.
It's only a piece of it, right?
It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
It seems to be damaged. Like you can see that there's like a frayed edge where maybe something broke off.
It's a space whale.
No, space whales are an established gooey thingy that flies
Did you
around.
hear him? It's a space conch.
Yeah.
Conch.
And shell.
Conch.
Conch.
You bind?
So
Anyway.
anyhow,
So, but yeah, you are able to get a hold of it.
'Kay.
And it seems to be holding together more or less. You see that there are a few like little bits of bulkhead and reinforcing structure inside that's kind of flaked away, and that's sort of like there are other pieces of it floating out here. But you've got the main bit
Okay.
that the one last pod is still has sort of
Attached to.
attached to.
Okay.
This and you're slowly you're moving it out from
We're half
this
impulsing our way.
yeah, it'll take several minutes,
Okay.
and that's when you see that there's a strange series of pulsing flashing lights in the cloud.
Okay.
Computers.
You're
Anything different?
Sensors. Sensors. What is
Sensors.
this?
Well, it seems to be the cloud itself. This isn't a ship. Where the ship is the thing you're towing. You can see. Oh, that's good. I like that.
yeah,
He's showing me a picture of this
space conch,
of this crazy amoeba-looking ship.
space conch.
It's metal.
I'll tweet it out since we're live tweeting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So,
a space sea star.
but yeah, it looks like the regular lightning, except it's in a pattern, like a series of regular sparks.
How is it around us? Is it all around us? Is it on one side? Is it behind
It's
us? In front
coming
of us?
from sort of the middle of the mass, and so it's a little bit behind you, but it's getting closer.
Can I scan the conch shape ship? Because I just want to see dead
Sure
bodies
you
in
can.
there. What else is inside?
You're picking up that it has atmosphere inside in some parts of it, but it is its power is gone. It is the same temperature all the way through as the space around it, which is not very hot.
Gotcha. And what's the hull made of? Just curious.
The hull is made of a mixture of known metals. Like it's a
Okay.
titanium
It's not anything
alloy.
crazy.
It's not like
Neutronium.
it's not like a crazy it's not a crazy unidentified thing from beyond anything you've ever seen before, but it is an unusual metal. It seems to be
Okay.
not a formula of alloy used by anybody you're familiar with.
Gotcha. And any interactions happening around the ship as we are moving it?
No, the ship seems entirely unlit, no power, just dead, floating there.
Gotcha.
I'm going to calculate the speed at we're moving and the speed at which the lights are getting closer
Okay.
and see what the difference is.
All right.
Yes.
You're smarter than the average bear, and you have a computer in front of you, so I'm not going to make you roll. It is going to get you
All right.
at your current speed.
At current speed, those blinking lights are going to catch up to us before we leave. So
What are those blinking lights?
no one knows. My guess, my gut is telling me that that's part of the thing that is part of the spatial anomaly. Is
Okay.
my guess.
Understood. How far can we get from the exterior of the cloud before it overtakes us?
You would be. It would intercept you a very short amount of time before you were to get out. You could possibly.
Could we presumably go that
Gun
far, gun it, or either gun it or leave it and use the tractor beam of our main ship to pull it the rest of the way?
Either way, it's a possibility, but it'll take a roll.
Okay.
So decide on a course of action, and then we'll see how well it takes you out of there.
Yeah, Renan, I think that we should just get as far as we can, gun it, and use the inertia getting us out of the blue mist or whatever before it overtakes us. Or we can get as far as we can, drop the tractor beam, go back to opportunity, and use their extended tractor beam to pull it the rest of the way. I'm thinking we should just try to gun it once we get close enough to the edge.
Why don't we do both? Try to gun it when we get closer to the edge and see if they can cover us with their tractor beam as we're going.
Yeah.
Now, keep
Maybe
in mind,
help stabilize while we're moving.
keep in mind, option number 2 is going to leave whoever is in that pod to possibly get jumped by the glowing lights.
Okay. I think we should just try to gun it, and we can use some momentum. Let's try that.
Okay.
All right, so that's what we want to try to do.
All right, give me a... all right.
Two momentum.
And 1 for you. Okay, so that is going to cost you 4 chips.
I'm okay with it.
All right, your momentum is set to 0. You roll 2 extra dice.
Okay.
So you're rolling 4 and you're rolling 1.
2. 1.
You're rolling
7.
off of engines plus con, I'm going to say. So that's a 9 is what you need for a
I
success.
got a 5.
Okay, success from 1.
I rolled a 7, a 2, and a 1.
Okay. Wow.
I like this.
Lots of cheating. Okay.
Oh, nice.
All right. So you got
Not
a
cheating, John.
you got a total of, let's see. You have piloting as
Yes,
a
I have all kinds of focuses as well with piloting.
So yeah, that's going to be within your. So that's all right. So you're going to get some momentum back.
Well, I was going to say I have astro navigation, helm control, small craft
Small craft is
for focuses.
Do we have any probes?
There are lots. There are plenty of probes. Your runabout has only a very basic comboy.
Toss it back.
Hey, I want the DM to know that one of my values is if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying,
Fair.
which is true. Got it right there.
Okay.
I wasn't cheating.
Very appropriate for this crew.
Right?
Oh,
Renan, do you
we're
want,
a good crew.
do you say that out loud, like probe? Because I'm not focused on that.
Yeah, I'm going to set a probe backwards.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
The probe.
Misdirection.
Bling, bling, bling. It enters the area where the lights are, and you lose the signal. It disappears.
Yep.
Yep, what? What do you mean, yep?
Did we get any readings from that thing? Just curious.
We lost the signal when it hit the lights.
Okay.
Probe ceases to exist.
Time to go.
That's what it appears.
And Renan,
Just
Renan.
vanishes. All right, you okay, but you gun it at the last second. You're
Okay.
sort of like flying casual, pulling it along, and then suddenly you expend the thrusters as much as you can. Push the. There's a sound of squealing metal as the the noise is conducted by the atmosphere in the cloud.
Yeah.
As this alien Hulk kind of loses a little bit of its structural integrity under the velocity.
Okay.
But you successfully emerge from this cloud, towing this big, gross, misshapen mass with a single escape pod lodged
Okay.
in its side.
All right. Going to Docking Bay 1.
For better or worse, whatever was inside the cloud doesn't pursue you out of it.
Good.
I want to keep a monitor going in
Okay.
case the probe shows back up.
Okay. You successfully, have that going. So, you leave the alien Hulk outside, but you're able to, with a little bit of jiggling and a roll, you'll be able to dislodge your escape pod.
Okay. 1 or 2 die.
2 dice, please, and give me a roll for the shuttle.
18.
4 and a 16.
Okay, 1 success is sufficient. It leaves a little a little crater in the side of your new prize, but you successfully dislodge this this damaged escape pod, and you're able to bring it onto the ship.
Okay. Yeah, O'Neill to captain.
Captain, go ahead.
We're bringing the last escape pod into Cargo Bay 1.
We had you on monitors when you were coming out. There was a little bit of a what?
Yeah, there's a space conch. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know what the ship is, but we can start examining it.
No, I meant all of a sudden you were going at like a pretty regular pace, and then all of a sudden you put the hammer down. What was up?
We were being tracked by something in the mist.
Like what?
Have no other information. Renan was doing multiple scans, and we were getting nothing.
Red alert, shields up.
Okay. It appears that these whatever is in there over the course of the next 15 minutes or so doesn't come out.
Okay. Yellow alert.
But these guys have successfully rescued all of the pods you could detect.
Okay. I want to pull up a list of the pods against the Redfield's escape pod manifest. Are they supposed to have 200 pods and we only got 9, or we got 100, or
based on
180?
Based on the information, there is more or less. The escape pod was. The Redfield was a tricked out Miranda class ship.
Oh, I love the Miranda class. Go ahead.
And all of the pods disperse in a roughly ring formation from its saucer section.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I get to nerd a little here. I love them. Go ahead.
Based on the various, the trajectories of these various pods, you can kind of see where in the cloud, relative in space, that that they would have dispersed from, and it appears that also you do a head count, and it appears that not all of the pods have come back. There was a portion of them that disappeared. There is no sign of the ship that they came from.
Okay.
Also, no sign of any of the others in the small fleet that they were with,
including the Fahrenheit. Including the Fahrenheit.
Yes.
Okay. To Sass, O'Neill, Brennan, Fukuda, suggestions. Actually, what were you guys being chased by?
We have no idea. As I said, Captain, multiple scans showed nothing.
There were blinking lights in the cloud that were coming towards us. It moves faster than we were moving.
At half impulse.
At half impulse. I threw a probe back into it, and it vanished.
It vanished, or the probe vanished?
We lost its signal.
Oh.
The probe. So that's why we were moving a little fast coming out.
Okay.
So I've got a lock for if that probe shows itself back, we'll know. But my guess is that it probably won't. So.
Okay.
Plus, we can examine that alien ship outside our hull as well.
Do we have visual from the blinky lights?
You could see.
I mean, is that like recorded?
Yeah, you could see that there were some blinky lights, some flashes of electrical activity within the cloud itself. That it was not like a particular code based on how you've
but
read
it was
but it was
following them.
It was
so it was
an electrical mass that moved along in there,
and it wasn't that just it was moving a random direction. There was an intelligence behind him. Okay, yeah. I'm like, go left.
Sufficiently organized behavior to indicate a living thing rather than just a random weather nonsense.
Yeah. And Captain, we can always set a lure if you want to bring it out.
Now, Captain to M.
Hi, Captain.
Good afternoon, M. How are you today?
Oh, I'm just fine. I see that there's a lot of people whose ship blew up. That's really sad.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Sorry to hear that.
Do you know, and I'm going to send him the visual of the lights following, do you know what that thing is that lives in the cloud?
I'm not sure what that is. That's, he thinks for good solid minute and a half. Says, nope, don't know.
Alrighty then. All right, thanks.
Good talk.
If you remember something, or if you think of something that you didn't think of before, you can ring me up and say, hey.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Em.
Bye.
Bye. We'll talk to you later. Okay. Suggestions.
I can run it through the computer to see if we have any historical
Documents. Yeah.
documents.
Yeah.
All right.
Scan for additional traces of the Fahrenheit, trying to recreate their path either through or around this thing.
Well, because I want to know if that ate the Fahrenheit and the rest of the... Where's the rest of the flotilla? Where's the rest of the regatta that used to be with the red Redford red...
Agreed.
You
And
get
Field.
a message, Ensign Kelsa to Captain.
Go ahead.
I've completed the roster of recovered escape pods. Not all of them are from the Redfield.
Oh?
Yes, some of them are from a Romulan vessel called the Watchful Owl, which is a science vessel.
Does that have Granny What's-Her-Face on it?
Captain Canestra.
Canestra, that's the...
Yes, is one of the survivors.
Oh. Well, then I'll want to talk to her as soon as possible.
Annie, get your gun.
Why? What? Huh?
What are you talking about?
Annie has a gun and she shoots it.
All right. The
Hey, Wiggy.
the next thing that you see, the next notice that you get is from the bridge, saying "Bridge to Captain."
Go ahead.
It appears that the alien Hulk that was recovered from the cloud has picked up. We were picking up a power reading now.
Now that it's out of the cloud?
Yes.
Great. Excellent.
Only very low, but it is. We're picking up a small heat signature inside the Hulk.
Wonderful. I'm going to put Commander Chassas on that. Science being her forefront, she's going to go get some.
Science!
Okay.
You know, science it up. I don't know.
Science.
Do it.
Wait, I'm going over there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you?
Yes, do it.
We'll
Don't be scared.
we'll deal with that in a second.
Oh, great. This will be great. Wonderful.
Yay.
Yay.
Day the music died.
But Kelsa goes on and she's saying, well, and we have several survivors from at least 3 different ships.
Okay. I want you to catalog the ships, and then we want to start debriefing them. I want to know what happened. If it was more than one ship, what happened to the rest of the flotilla, what happened to the Fahrenheit, and...
There's a red alert.
Oh, great.
Of course.
As you hear from the bridge,
Captain of the bridge. Yeah, Captain of the bridge. What's
okay.
going on?
It is your buddy Torchalorn. Says unidentified energy soliton, and there's a big glowing thing coming towards the ship.
Iceberg.
And at that point, we're going to leave off.
So glad I didn't go over there yet.
And that'll do us tonight for Gaming with Scott. As always, we thank you for listening. And as always, you'll hear from us real soon.
Bye.
See ya.
That'll do us tonight for Star Trek Adventures. You can send us an email at feedback@gamingwithscott.com. John Garlick is at JPMGarlic. Jay Duguay is at @1_nerdy_mama. John Kennedy is at JKMyth. And me, Scott T, is at GamingWScott. This is a Southgate Media podcast. As you boldly go through your life, remember to make the galaxy a better place than it was yesterday. And as always, you'll hear from us real soon. Bye.